This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for April 29th, 2024. Your daily entertainment headlines, industry info, and everything rock. Just announced, Megadeth are bringing the Destroy All Enemies tour to the Leader Bank Pavilion in Boston on September 11th. Mudvayne and All That Remains will be direct support for Megadeth. Tickets for the show are on sale now. Check the link in the events calendar at mistresscarrie.com. Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins announced that the exhaustive search for a new touring guitar player is over. At the beginning of the year, the Smashing Pumpkins hosted an open audition for an additional guitarist to join the band on the road. Following a social media post, 10,000 plus applicants submitted applications for consideration to join the band on tour. Billy Corgan said reviewing the work of these incredible musicians was a Herculean, albeit worthy effort. First off, I really want to thank everyone who submitted materials for consideration. It wasn't an easy decision with how much great guitar playing we were lucky enough to hear and see over the last few months. He then announced that Kiki Wong is going to be the new guitarist touring with the Smashing Pumpkins this summer. Hailing from Los Angeles, California, she's performed with Taylor Swift, Usher, and Bret Michaels. The Dead Daisies are set to release Light 'Em Up, the first single and the title track from their upcoming album. The single comes out on May 10th. The album on September 6th. John Corabi saying, "Hey gang, we are releasing our first single, Light 'Em Up, from our new record, and it kicks ass, and it's straight ahead rock and roll, just how we like it. Turn it up and get ready to bang your head and break shit. We hope you like it. We love you guys." The band will kick off their global touring this year on June 6th. A federal appellate court in Chicago has upheld R. Kelly's conviction and his 20-year prison sentence for child sex crimes. His lawyers argued that the sentence exceeded federal sentencing guidelines by 6 years. The Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals concluded that the sentencing was appropriate given the horrible nature of his crimes. The court also rejected Kelly's argument that the charges were filed after the statute of limitations had expired. Puya have announced May 24th as the release date for their first studio album in decades. The album, Potentical, will be available digitally, with physical releases on vinyl and CD planned for later this year. The title track for the album was released years ago, but the new song, Falling Illusions, was released recently, and you could check out the lyric video online. David Gilmore has unveiled the video for The Piper's Call, the first track from his new album, Luck and Strange, which is set for release on September 6th via Sony Music. David Gilmore has also said that he's open to the idea of a Pink Floyd hologram show like the ABBA Voyage show, but only under, quote, a series of very, very difficult and onerous conditions. Revealing that he and his wife Polly Sampson had been invited to watch the ABBA Voyage show, he explained that he wasn't quite blown away with the visuals of the hologram format, but appreciated the music, saying, quote, "If you were a determined ABBA fan, you might enjoy it. I thought the images of them were sort of okay, but they weren't ever going to convince me that it was real. The best moment for me was when the live band played a song, Does Your Mother Know, on their own." Jelly Roll put a new spin on the country-themed Stagecoach Festival on Friday night, busting out a couple of rap songs with T-Pain. Taken to the main stage in Indio, California, T-Pain showed up on stage to songs like Buy You a Drink and Should Have Been a Cowboy. Then Jelly Roll went into a mix of Biz Markie, DMX, and Eminem. Kathleen Hanna first met Beastie Boys' Adam Adrock Horowitz back in 1995 at the Australian festival called Somersault, where her band, Bikini Kill, and the Beasties shared a bill. And now, in her upcoming memoir, Rebel Girl, My Life as a Feminist Punk, she tells the story of their unlikely romance. Saying in the book, quote, "When I told my mom I'm in love with someone, she asked who. I said, I can't tell you because he's famous and he's married." Her mom started guessing Bryan Adams, Tom Petty, Bruce Springsteen, the singer from Hootie on the Blowfish. And when I accidentally said Adam in one of our conversations, my mom screamed, "I know who it is. It's Adam Ant," she said. Slipknot co-headlined the Sick New World Festival in Las Vegas over the weekend with a career-spanning set list, and the band wore their classic original masks and red boiler suits. Celebrating the 25th anniversary of their self-titled 1999 debut album, their set also featured songs from Iowa and Volume 3, The Subliminal Verses. You can check out the set list and footage of their performance online, and you can expect a massive announcement coming from Slipknot later this week. Jon Bon Jovi's 4-part docuseries, Thank You, Good Night, The Bon Jovi Story, debuted on Friday night on Hulu, and now you can count Jon Bon Jovi among the rock stars that are open to the idea of a hologram or avatar tour. Saying, quote, I don't think I'm opposed to anything like that, he said. I don't know if the technology's there. I don't mind the idea of images of us being out there for people to go and enjoy. I just don't think that's a sin. I don't find it to be at all a turnoff. Bon Jovi are gearing up for the release of their 16th studio album, Forever, set for release on June 7th. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 203, featuring Lee Kakati from Pop Evil, is available now. And check out the brand new bonus episode featuring Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue that was released earlier today.